Welcome everyone. My name is Papa Smiley and SP. It's him, SP. Yes, you heard him right. This is the beginning of a new series that will be coming your way every week. Yes, it will be coming your way every week. We've been driving along at least 2 hours every week, and then we thought it appropriate that time is very precious. Time is very, very valuable, and in that sense, we want to put together some few conversations. In fact, we've been having some beautiful conversation every now and then when we're driving, and then we can't keep some of the beautiful conversation to ourselves. So hey, here we are with a new series where we share our conversations with you. Hey, Katimo, how you doing, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I thank God.
When you say you're blessed, what does it mean?
I'm blessed, you know. In this life, you always have to be blessed, no matter what, because the fact that we are alive, we are driving.
That's right.
If I'm able to drive, that means that somehow the blessing of the Lord is with me.
Beautiful.
You know, I'm in good health.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people are in the hospital right now, and they would love to be in the position where I am. So I believe that, you know, happiness is not just about, you know, having a lot of stuff or having driving a Bentley or having a lot of money. It's not about that. You know, being alive already is something that we should thank God for.
I see.
It's something that we should embrace every day, to be able to wake up and have the breath of life. So yeah, so that's the reason why I always say that. So you know what, I'm blessed.
Okay, I see. But let me ask you. You know, you said, and there are a lot of people in the hospitals. Perhaps some people are even dead, right? Now, are you saying let's stick to the very ones in the hospital? Are you saying the very ones in the hospital are not blessed?
I'm saying that they are not as much blessed as I am.
I see.
You understand? Because the position where they are in, they are depending. You're depending on medicine. You're depending on probably nurses, doctors. You're depending probably on a machine to keep you alive. But you understand? I don't have all of that. You know, I'm free. I'm breathing by myself. I can speak to you. I can drive. You know, all of that is a bigger blessing than the one that are not able to do it.
So the fact that you are dependent on the support of other people, that means you are less blessed. Is that what it means?
Yes, that's what I mean.
But aren't you dependent on anyone now?
Right now, I should say no. I'm not dependent on anyone. I'm not dependent on anyone, apart from the fact that I won't say anyone because it's not a person. To say I depend on God, that one, yes, but it's not a person. So for that reason, that's why I said I'm not dependent on anyone.
See, I like the perspective with which you are looking at this. The fact that you see yourself in a position to be actively involved in life. It's a blessing to you. Yes, the key word is actively involved. Yes, it is the same air that is breathing you, that is breathing the very one in the hospital.
Exactly.
Right? However, you are in the capacity to step out and be a blessing to someone. You can step out and do certain things that perhaps the very one in the hospital may not be able to do. So when you look at it from that perspective, I think I side with you that you are blessed. But that nonetheless, the very one who is still in the hospital should also count himself blessed as well.
Yes, somehow.
Because
they are alive.
Yes, the air is breathing them, isn't it?
Correct.
Yes. So they should also count themselves blessed. Well, today, this is the beginning of a new series that we will be sending to our viewers every week. It's down to you to do most of the work. You got to do the editing, you know, and then you send that. So if they don't get it on time every week, it's down
will
to
be a
you,
problem.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
It's down to him. Yeah, not me, right? It's him. You know. Yes. So today, you know, I hear it's a popular saying, nature's call, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you hear nature's call, what comes to mind?
Nature's call.
Yes. Nature's call. What comes to mind?
I think you probably need to elaborate a bit more, because nature's call is big. It's deep, it's big, is, you know.
I love it.
Nature's call.
I love it. In a literal sense, when we say nature's call, what comes to mind? I don't know if
the call of nature.
If it's down to my culture or my background, because in my background we say nature's call. You know, there's a literal meaning to nature's call. I don't know if it's the same with yours.
Not really. So that's the reason why I said, you know,
All right,
you probably need to elaborate a bit more.
Let's say as we are driving now, right? And I would want to use the loo.
Yes.
Okay. I can say, nature is calling me.
Okay.
Right?
I got you know.
If I want to use or do number 2 as we are driving now, I can say it's nature's call.
Correct.
Right? So that's why I asked you, when you hear nature's call, what comes to mind? In its literal sense, when nature is calling you, it's calling you to do something that is natural. Okay, something we all do number 2. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So when nature calls you in such a situation, sometimes you can't resist. Okay.
Yes.
You can't resist. In literal sense as well, when nature calls you to sleep, right, you have to sleep.
You have to sleep.
You know, this happens to many people who would want to resist nature's call. You see, as we are going now, and then I feel like, or nature calls me to do number 1 or number 2. You see, if I resist nature's call, I'll mess up myself. Okay, I may hold it for some time, but not for long. That's the question. For how long would you resist nature's call?
Yes, that's correct.
That's the question.
Yeah.
For how long would you resist nature's call? So, if nature calls you and you don't respond, you mess up yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the case of nature calling you to sleep, some people want to resist the sleep. And you know, many people die on the road because of resisting the nature's call to sleep. Right? Many people die on the road as a result of they resisting nature's call to sleep. Right? But whichever way, when nature calls, you have to respond. Right? So now, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. You know, nature calls us from so many angles, from so many perspectives. And I love your intro when you said it's huge when we say nature's call. So tell us a little bit. How huge is nature's call to you?
It's nature. Well, I mean, nature's call is very huge, as I said, because you see, nature has different calls to start with. You know, nature can call you for so many things. Nature also can even call you for death. You know, and then you go on the ground. So, you know, that when we mention nature's call, it's good that you actually shorten it into, you know, a shorter things. You carry off into a specific call that actually is mostly desire needed. You know, like we're saying, you know, number 1, number 2, those one are more, you know, desires needed, and there are things that you have no choice. You have to go for when it comes. You know, even when nature call you for sleep, for instance. But again, it depends on when that happen, because even when you are driving right now, if there's a nature call for a sleep, then it's a disaster. You can cause a massive accident on the road, because you're not concentrating, and you have no choice. You have no control over it. So majority of the things that nature will call for is the things that you have no control. You can't control. You can't control. For perhaps you can say that, okay, you know what, I can control this for 2-3 minutes, but over that, and that's it. You can't do anything anymore. So you have to obey.
You have to obey nature.
You have to obey nature.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You see, you brought in a very beautiful thing: obedience to nature, obeying nature.
Yeah.
Very, very important. You see, we are all units of nature. We are part of nature, right? We come of nature and we are part of nature. And you see, we have to obey nature at all times. We have to respond to nature's call. And if that is the case, we would have to ask ourselves, what is the ultimate call of nature on each and every one of us? Once we are here as units of life, units of nature, whichever way you want to put it, what is the ultimate call of nature on all of us?
The ultimate call for anybody, for any living thing, is death.
Okay. All right.
Because that's where you lose everything. That's where, that's the end. That's literally the end. And whether you like it or not, that's something that everybody and everyone and every living things, whatever is plant, whatever is animals, whatever is bird, whatever, any living thing shall go through it.
Okay.
Whether you like it, whether you don't like it. The only issue is we don't know is when.
Okay. All right. So in between the time that perhaps we are born and the times that nature calls us to death, what again do you think nature is calling us to do? I'll call it in the window or the space between birth
and death.
Yes. What do you think nature is calling us to do?
In that window, there's a lot of things that he called us to do, as we said earlier. He called us to do a lot of things. So, you can look at it in the spiritual side of it as well. Because there are so many religions and so many beliefs, and people, people direct themselves according to whatever they want to direct themselves to. But the most important thing is to understand that the universe that we are living in, have a specific power over everything, over ourselves, and that there's a higher power, above us. So whatever you are Muslim, whatever you are Buddhist, whatever you are Christian, I believe personally that we believe that there is a higher power. Call it whatever you want to call it. People, name is different things, and but the final say is that there's a higher power in the universe where we are living. And majority of the time, as I always said, I say, we are not alone. We are not alone. Often I think you hear that you hear that on the media, you hear that everywhere where they say no, we are not alone, and it's true, because we are not alone. Yeah.
That's good. I love it. We are certainly not alone. Even in this literal sense, as it stands now, the air is with us. It's so spontaneous. It is breathing us at the tip of our nostrils as we are driving, right? It's not many people that are even conscious of that. But now, I love it when you said there's no matter which religion that you belong to, there's a higher power that is pressing some the knobs of our lives,
Yeah.
right? But I look at it this way, and I've come to understand that nature calls us to promote itself. You see, nature calls us as units of life here to evolve. We evolve through service for the promotion of life. That is what nature is calling us to do. You see, when you look at nature, you realize that it is calling us to do good unto humanity. Nature is calling us to do good unto life. And there's a beautiful feeling that comes with you doing good to life. You see, as we were talking about the literal meaning of nature's call, imagine you are gagging to take a pee, right? This very moment it's coming. You want to take a pee, right?
Yeah.
And you find a corner, and then you stop and you take that pee. You feel so relieved.
Yeah.
Let's say at this very moment it's coming. The number 2 is coming. It's coming.
That is different. You can't find a corner and then
you find a corner and you're able to do it. You see, you feel so relieved and happy.
Yeah, you feel like punishment.
You see,
after punishment, then
right,
you feel.
You see, nature can call you to drink water, and the very moment you get some water to drink, how do you feel?
Yeah, you feel
good.
You feel good, yeah.
Especially the first gulp that you take it down.
Yes.
You feel very good. Likewise, nature is calling us to do good. And when you do good, you feel very good, my brother.
Yeah.
I call it fulfilling joy. When you do good to humanity, you feel so good. It's something that you do. It's a gift that you give to yourself. In fact, when you respond to nature's call, I would say it is a gift that first of all you give to yourself, and then the rest, it goes to nature itself. But the bottom line is, nature is calling us to do good for the promotion of life. See, when you look at who and what we are evolving. Let's even take ourselves from the time of conception. Okay, when your mom and your dad met through that beautiful thing we call love making, and then the sperm met the ovum, right? And then you start forming. You were evolving, even in your mother's womb, right? You were evolving. So when you may not know, but when your mom
you wouldn't know.
went to antenatal care, right? And then they were looking at you in the womb, right? You were forming. You understand? You were forming. You were forming. You were forming. You were forming in the womb, right? I know on the road many things happen, and we will talk about that in one of the episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
What happens on the road. But now let's take to nature's call. So now you were forming. Okay, you were forming in the womb. So in its essence, you were also, even in your mother's womb, you were evolving.
Yeah.
So don't think the very moment you get out of your mother's womb, your evolution is ended. It carries on. Nature itself is always evolving to its beautiful and its wonderful self. Every now and then, you can observe it in technology everywhere. You will see that nature is constantly on the edge of becoming a better version of itself. And we are not exempted from that. So once we even come out of the womb, we are still evolving. You evolve to be able to walk. You evolve to be able to talk. Now, when you grow, you evolve into being able to express more love. You evolve into being able to express more creativity. You evolve into being able to express more intelligence. So we are constantly evolving. Now the bottom line is, what is the purpose of this evolution? So I said earlier on, we are here to evolve through service for the promotion of life. So all that we are doing is we are constantly evolving through the services that we give to life for the promotion of life. That is nature's call. And it's a call that none of us will be able to resist. It's a call that you can consciously respond, or you'll be used as a manure for the very ones who consciously respond to that call. The choice is yours. Right? So for today, I think it's quite a lot for the intro.
Yeah, definitely.
It's quite a lot. But we will come back to this issue of nature's call once again, where we will break it down to how would one know that nature is calling us to do this or to do that.
That's correct.
You know, as it stands now, we have so many mediums of communication. Each and everyone has his I would say its pros and its cons, right? As it stands now, I may be able to text someone all the way in Africa. I may be able to call someone, but how how we communicate with ourselves is just on different and various forms. Likewise, nature calls us through various forms. You see, sometimes through the things that happen to us, someone may say the adversities that befall on us, it's a call on nature for us to do something.
Yeah. Some people become better.
That's right.
When they have a certain condition.
That's right.
When they have certain things happening in their life, than they will on the normal self, the normal circumstances. So yes, we can say that.
That's right. So when we come back, we will focus a little bit more on what is nature calling us to do, how nature calls us, in which way would I be able to hear that nature is calling me in this very moment. You see, as it stands now, when nature is calling me to read, I'll feel something within my body. hey, nature is calling you to do that. Now, when nature is calling me to do something bigger, how would I know? Right? So when we come back another time, we will talk about that. But for now, hey, this is Papa Smiley, and he calls himself SP. I don't know. What's the meaning of SP?
No, because my other name is Espoir.
Espoir?
Yeah, Espoir.
Espoir.
You know, I'm French. So, Espoir, in French, it means hope.
Hope?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it means in French, Espoir. So, because of the lack of pronunciation, people in England here, they find it hard to pronounce Espoir.
Espoir.
Yeah. So, majority of the since I came to England here, they said, okay, you know what, we start to call you SP. So using just 2 letters of that Espoir.
Espoir.
Yeah. So I said, no, you know what, we call you SP. I said, yeah, that's fine. That sounds good to me. So since then, you know, you get used to it, and then, you know, I kept that. So okay, SP, and then it's easier for people to pronounce, because you see, some of us, we got names from all different parts of the world, and due to people's accents and also a lot of things they can't pronounce it. They find it difficult to pronounce of some of our African name, even French name between countries, you know, European country here. They find it difficult to pronounce a name that's in the different languages. So from there, you have to find a shortcut that will help, will help people to remember you, because somebody that doesn't speak French, for them, to remember espoir is sometimes very difficult. But it's easy for them to remember SP, because they can put it into something and then they know, what, I can remember this.
It's very well.
So that's why it is.
I think I'll try to remember that. Espoir, yeah?
Espoir, yeah.
And you said it means hope.
Yeah, it means hope.
Wow, so you give hope, isn't it?
Well, I try.
Are you living up to your name?
Of course.
Yeah,
because
you give hope to people, right?
Not to everyone, but at least I try to give hope to my children. I try to give hope to my wife. I try to give hope to, I was giving hope to my parents before they died. And I think that's the reason why they gave me that name, because they knew that, with time, the opportunity comes and then, I seize it. So, yeah. So we live to give hope. Yeah. If you lose hope, then what's the point of living?
I tell you what, this series is promised to be a very beautiful one. Because as you were talking about hope, the thought came this morning, and it was like, be the God that someone is fervently praying to, right? And it ties in with your name, espoir, hope. Be the hope that someone is seeking to have. Now, people are praying to God to do something for them, isn't it?
Yeah, always, every day.
And the truth is, whatever God will do for you, God will use units of itself to do that. At this very moment, if say you are hungry, God is not going to drop food from the sky or somewhere else for you to eat. God will use a human being to get you that food.
Yeah, that what you just said is something that is in the Bible, because me, I'm a Christian, I'm a proud Christian, and I always said that is in the Bible. They said, the blessing of God will come, from God through man. It always comes from God through man. So you need man in order to do whatever you want to do, in order to succeed in whatever you want to succeed in. You need man. You cannot you cannot succeed without having man. If you don't have man, it will be very difficult. You live a difficult life. You need man in order to succeed. The blessing comes through man, from God through man.
That's right.
So you succeed through another man.
That's right. So once we are on the same page, or closer angle, isn't it? I would say, if, as the thought came this morning, you are being the God that someone is fervently praying to, that means you are being an answer to someone's prayers. And the truth is, since God does its good through units of itself, which is man, right? The degree to which you avail yourself for God to use you as a blessing to humanity, God blesses you to that extent. So, as you said, you were giving hope to your family. You are giving hope to your children. Now, just imagine if you consciously decide to give hope to your community. You see, God will bless itself through itself, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So just imagine you positioning yourself that, hey, God, use me as a blessing to my community. That means you are expanding the base or the reference point with which you are being blessed for. You get the drift?
Yeah.
So in that case, you avail yourself as a channel of giving hope to a greater number of people.
Yeah. But you see, this is what they say in life. That's what they call in another in another way. This is what we are talking about. Exactly, thinking that giving hope to others and helping others. This is what they call destiny helper. In the Bible, we call it destiny helpers. There are people that are there to help you in your life. At times, you might not know. It can be anybody. It can be anybody that you meet. You meet them at different time, different circumstances, but that specific person will probably give you a clue of something that you need. By you acting on that specific thing, he will give you an answer to what you want. Or even better, some of them will even take you directly to what exactly you need. So those are destiny helpers. And there are also those that they call burden bearers. They are sort of destiny helpers. They are burden bearers. They are people that no matter what, they will stick with you. You can have friends that are burden bearers, friends that will swear legends to you, that no matter what, they are with you. So no matter the circumstances, I think you've seen that probably it happened to a lot of people. It happened to a lot of ministries, businesses, churches, and so forth, where nobody believes in you, but that specific person stick with you no matter what. Say, no, look, whatever it works or it doesn't work, I'm with you. Those are what they call burden bearers. They bear the burden with you. No matter the burden that you are going through, they are with you. So, brother, don't worry. I'll support you. I'm there. So, you see, there are different type of helpers that God sent.